Boxing is unpredictable. Although unscripted, every now and then we find ourselves a story, a compelling narrative. Two fighters who looked like their paths had diverged somehow became intertwined again down the line.
What a fight, March 26th. Josh Warrington will rematch Kiko Martinez in a bid to become a two-time World Featherweight Champion.
Come on, Kiko, where are you? Where are you? Where's the belts? Let's be having you. Let's go, Kiko. Part 2.
Live sport provides an excitement, anticipation, and energy difficult to find anywhere else. It's the not knowing what's coming up, the impact the next right hand may have.
Oh, and a big overhand right from Kiko Martinez. And suddenly the man who said at 35 he was still capable of winning a world title has produced a dramatic comeback here.
For Kiko Martinez and Josh Warrington, the rematch comes some 5 years after their first battle. And so much has changed. Did the desire to improve, to provide, to win, all have remained the same. Separated by 1,500 miles, we have two family men.
2, 1, go.
Two fighting men. One seeking retribution. The other chasing a return to the top. Both chasing legacy. This is an inside look into Kiko Martinez versus Josh Warrington, the rematch, as they strive to make the days count. Kiko Martinez, from Elche in the Alicante province of Spain, lives a life of simple means.
Pacquiao y Márquez. Pacquiao el moreno. Sí. No, Pacquiao es el blanquito. Y Márquez es el más morenito, el que tiene las plumas. Y este es Simón. Pero es que se te tira y todo, ¿sabes? ¡Tira! ¡Tira! Se tira y todo. Ven. Ven. Mira, se tira, si le pongo la mano así, se tira, mira. ¿Qué pasa? Mira. Dile que aquí metido todo el día, limpiando, después de entrenar. Pues estar tranquilo. Y tener tranquilidad, que creo que es algo muy importante para ser campeón del mundo. Que es tener tranquilidad y tener paz interior. No ruido, no fiestas, no, tranquilidad, mucha tranquilidad. O sea, para mí lo más importante es mi familia, por encima de todo, por encima del boxeo, por encima de todo, es mis hijas y mi familia, mis hermanos, mis padres, mi mujer y sobre todo mis hijas. Yo todo lo que hago es por mis hijas y todo lo que no hago también es por mis hijas. Yo me levanto a las 5 de la mañana, vengo a las 8 a mi casa antes de que se vaya mi mujer a casa a trabajar. Las preparo, las llevo al cole, me vengo a descansar, hago la comida, ellas ya ahora se quedan en el comedor por las preparaciones y yo ya me voy a trabajar, me voy a entrenar, me voy a trabajar y luego vengo y las aseo, las acuesto, le damos la cena. El amor me lo dio del boxeo estar por la calle todo el día. Mi madre tenía un bar, mi padre unos recreativos, yo solo quería saber defenderme, querer poder defenderme, ¿no? Era lo único por lo que yo me apunté al boxeo. Eso es la felicidad. Y lo único que me hace falta es boxear y esto. Ojalá lo pudiera hacer toda la vida, sé que llegará el momento que no pueda boxear más, pero sí que por lo menos quiero hacer esto toda mi vida.
Josh Warrington, a sporting hero in Leeds, Yorkshire. Just like his opponent, family is all the motivation he needs.
I need my strap on. Yeah. Interrupt stage dive. Stage dive. There we go. We're back. Thank you very much, girls. Oh, watching the people get merry. It's not very pretty, I tell thee. Walking through town was quite scary. Girls running around with no clothes on. To borrow a pound for a wasn't from chip, I did the frozen. In every sense of the line. La 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 la. Oh, anybody left in here? But that doesn't want to be there. Ah, it's gone, it's gone. I'm swearing I'm mad. Bit of camera burning. Woo! Go get me some tissue. Go get Daddy's towel. Thank you. I don't know, I feel like I've just done a few rounds. Oh, thank you very much. Daddy's dirty towel. Smell it. Does it smell?
Yeah.
What does it smell of?
Ew, it smells like poo.
Poo poo? Oh no! My towel. Smells like what?
Poo poo.
Oh no! Is it from you?
No, it's from you.
Is Daddy smell like poo poo? Who wants to sing a song for the man in the camera? Who wants to sing a lovely song? Let it go, let it go. You gonna sing? Can't hold me back anymore. After Lara fight, it was the girl's birthday. It was her 3rd birthday last year, and that were hard because obviously in my head I'm going down there. I'll be back. I'm gonna miss the birthday, but I'll have won. We celebrate on Sunday, and even I didn't anticipate coming back straight from hospital. Face hanging down here, ear falling off, lip all swollen up. By the time I got in and stuff, within literally 5 minutes, they was up and come downstairs. And I'm just cooped in this corner here, like just looked like a train wreck. And it's like they knew something was wrong. You know, they were obviously said hello to Natasha and stuff, all excited to see Mummy, and then they turned around and they really want to connect to me. They were like saying to Natasha, they didn't want to ask me myself, they were saying, what's wrong with Daddy? Is Daddy okay? You know, I was just like, fucking hell, mate. You know, I'd never want to be in that kind of position again, you know. It's tough, mate, tough. When people say, well, the toughest part of, that's probably the toughest thing. Because like their birthday, and obviously they're going to have many birthdays, they only have one 3rd birthday. And yeah, well, fucking hard that one, mate, real hard. Made up for sometime after. We'll make up for that after 26 as well. Right. Right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Marching on together, we're gonna sing you with na 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 na. We are so proud. We are shouting out loud. We've got Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
Yeah, there we go. Do it.
Yay, well done, girlies.
They've got it. Got it.
Some 5 years have passed since Josh Warrington first met Kiko Martinez inside the ring. Both fighters look back fondly on the energy of that night in Leeds. It's their reflections of who should have had their hand raised in victory that differ.
Sí, yo pienso que los jueces se equivocaron muchísimo al darle la puntuación que le dieron. Yo creo que la pelea era o para mí o como mucho empate, pero que ganó él no se puede ganar la pelea huyendo, huyó toda la pelea.
Although a lot of time has passed since May of 2017, Kiko's thirst for revenge hasn't waned. He's made a promise to spoil the party, close his show emphatically, and draw the curtain on his rival's career in the process.
Ir a por él, destruirlo y ganarle más claramente que le gané en la primera pelea. Para mí yo gané en la primera, tengo que subir a hacer un plus más porque sé que no va a ser que me van a dar la pelea fácil, con lo justo, entonces sé que tengo que destruirlo el día 27 de marzo. Sí, eso es lo que a mí me motiva, ¿no? Llegar a un país con todo en contra, con 15.000 personas en contra y callarlos. Eso es a mí lo que me emociona y voy a volver a callar a Leeds entero. A partir del cuarto asalto, Leeds ya no hablaba, ya estaba callado, el estadio estaba callado, solo estaba y lo voy a volver a hacer, pero peor. Lo positivo es al final que saca muchas combinaciones de golpes, sabe moverse, sabe pelear, sabe desplazarse, tiene es un muy buen boxeador, tiene muchas habilidades y lo negativo es que no pega, no es un boxeador que pegue, no hace daño cuando golpea.
Yo conozco a Kiko ya muchos años, como 13 años más o menos. Y éramos amigos. Yo fui a que él me enseñara a mí boxeo y bueno, mantuvimos una relación deportiva. En 2017 ya comienzo a entrenarlo y hasta el día de hoy tenemos una relación aparte en el boxeo deportiva, somos amigos. Yo pienso que va a acabar antes de los 12 rounds. Y pienso que vamos a ganar por KO, simplemente por cómo Warrington boxea y cómo boxeamos nosotros.
Yo le prometí a mi familia que si perdía, me retiraba. Y yo creo que él va a hacer lo mismo, ¿no? Yo creo que él tiene la misma obligación que yo, que es ganar o retirarse. Entonces creo que estamos en el punto ahora mismo de hace 5 años, ahora de acabar la carrera y yo creo que ni él ni yo queremos acabarla en este momento.
Words to describe Kiko Martinez, fucking hard little bastard.
Regardless of the Spaniards' opinion of the verdict of their first clash, Josh insists he has no point to prove on March 26th.
Kiko Martinez, tough, game, strong, dedicated. Load of words will instantly come to mind. When I think back to the first fight, my ribs get a bit sore and my ear gets a bit sore and my hands get a bit sore. So I remember it was a good experience, it was a good old fight, that one. I don't have no point to prove to Kiko because it's there on the history books. There's a W against, you know, on the record against his name. I've beaten. You know, he can say whatever he wants.
Yeah. Easy.
Warming up.
Way too easy.
I think the CompuBox punch stats have it really close. There's about an handful of punches between us, but I've landed more than he has. So I can sleep at night. It's all them wankers who said that I've finished and follow where Josh Warrington's journey was done. There's plenty of fighting left in this old dog. And that belt's just been kept warm by Kid and Kiko, and then a return home to its rightful owner on March 26th. And I'm sure the way that I win, you know, there'll be no questions asked after that. I just have that feeling. I'm not going to give a prediction, but I just have a feeling that no one will fucking argue. I'm the new. So nice, I had to do it twice.
2021 was a year that Josh Warrington had intended to unify the featherweight division.
And Mauricio Lara is on the threshold of a huge shot. Warrington's all over the place. Those legs are completely gone.
Instead, it became the most difficult and challenging 12 months of the Leeds Warriors' career.
That's always fucking scared me to death, was that loss. Getting a loss it's always been a big fucking fear of mine. I'm not saying that I was satisfied with it, but no, it didn't end my life. Life moves on and many fighters, you know, come back from it.
Creo que a veces encontramos un boxeador en nuestra carrera que nos complica la vida y que es algo no mejor, sino difícil para nosotros, ¿no? Entonces creo que le ha tocado a Mauricio Lara esa piedra que nos encontramos todos en el camino alguna vez, y creo que igual que Pacquiao Márquez, De La Hoya Mosley, yo Monroe, por ejemplo, y creo que Josh Warrington, Lara.
When I first won that world title and defended it against Carl Frampton and Keith Gallard, I thought nobody's beating me. Then I knocked out Sofion's coach, desperate to get a fight against Santa Cruz, Oscar Valdez, Gary Russell, and it just fucking wasn't happening. I was getting so frustrated. I'm like, dude, I was just desperate for that one big fight, because I'd gotten to world stage and I felt like I just breezed all, you know, through them fights at the top level. I was number one here over here, and I felt that all the big challenges over there. Let me cement it. I can just be satisfied. Just someone get in the other side and push me. Then obviously we had a pandemic and fucking had a bit of time out, and then Mauricio Lara, and the rest is history.
Creo que es una oportunidad muy buena para mí, porque ya no es solo que peleo 2 veces con Lara y las 2 veces fueron un resultado malo. Yo creo que la primera fue donde ha ido para abajo, en la primera pelea, por seguir peleando cuando tenían que haber parado. Eso creo que la pasa factura al día de hoy, porque ya se le vio en la segunda con muchísimas dudas a Josh Warrington.
It's kind of a stage where people think, has Warrington still got it? Has he still got it? It's fucking, his best days are behind him now. You know, it's, people are very fickle in this sport, and I feel like I've got the grip a bit between my teeth again, like I did on the way up, when people used to say he's not good enough to be world champion because he's not strong enough, or he can't box, or he can't move properly, or his defence is weak. It's like, right, fucking hell, prove it wrong.
After a controversial defeat of Zelfa Barrett in the UK capital, the lofty ambition of Kiko Martinez to rule the roost again looked bleak.
Zelfa Brown Flash Barrett.
When his opportunity did come around against Kid Galahad, as it happened before, he was written off, supposedly arriving in Sheffield just to make up the numbers. This underdog, though, shocked the world.
That is the sport of boxing, right there. You're never out of the fight. One punch changes everything. And that was just a one-sided dominant display from Kid Galahad, and one punch from Kiko Martinez changed history.
And the new IBF Featherweight Champion of the world.
Sensación Martinez.
I dropped my kebab all over the living room floor when I first found out what had happened. Yeah, I'd come back home and just before I got home I'd just checked my phone and I'd seen like 30 odd messages or so.
Look at them! Hold on to it! You've got 10 seconds! You've got 10 seconds!
A few missed calls and then I got through the door and my missus got on the telly and replays on the zone of the knockout shot. I was, wow. I was shocked more than anything. They were out, wasn't they? But well done to Kiko for being the fighter that he is, being dedicated and showing that there's still fight in the old dog. Oh, interesting to see Kiko champion. What's going to happen now? And I thought it'd be a rematch. They'd have a rematch. I kind of heard from the grapevine that he went back to the change rooms and was screaming my name, Warrington. I want Warrington, but you take it with a pinch of salt. You think, rumours, and then actually a few weeks later, the manager phones me and says it's been spoke about, and then a few days later, yeah, it looks like it's going to be on. Yeah, it's a funny old game, this sport. Funny old game.
A clear understanding of the task at hand leaves Warrington and his father, Sean O'Hagan, no other option to undergo the now very familiar, grueling motions of training camp. Made easier through their father and son relationship that has become a formidable duo over the years.
He's relentless, Kiko. He just keeps coming and coming and coming, and he's a proper fighter, proper warrior. What we've got to figure out is how to not let him do it as good as we do, I mean, listen, I've said all them nice things about him, but I'll just point out, he's getting beat. Simple as that. Nice and light. We're focused on his win. However it comes, it comes. Whether we fight him, whether we box him, whether it goes distance, whether it goes early, we will win. No doubt about it. Never mind, yes. You know anyway, don't you? What I'm going to shout is step. Every time you finish, hold your step in there. Yeah. When you step there, recover. Yeah. You won't get the shots off. I'm going to ask you for unless you step. So when you throw that shot, you don't necessarily have to kick it down. Just put it with that right hand. Boom, cross bang. And it's a step to you right good. You know what I mean? Because you've already had success kills of encountering, Boom, bang, forward step.
I want to be pushed, I want to be tested every session. But that's why you have trainers, isn't it? To slow you down a bit and just keep you a bit more composed. Especially at start of camp, I'm fucking very excited, always excited. Obviously, as camp gets nearer to the fight and your weight starts dropping, just like any other fighter, you just want to get in there and fight. You're just sick of seeing gym, you're sick of seeing same circuit, same run and stuff like that. And you get to a stage where you're ready, you're ready to fight, but I'm at a stage where I fucking love being in gym all the time. I love it, because I know it don't last forever. And if someone had said to me when I was an amateur, you're going to be a world champion, you're going to be fighting on main events in front of thousands of people, I'd have gone, fucking what, me? It's happened, and I'm kind of living the dream, and I've got the chance to make bigger things happen, like to fight in somewhere like Vegas or New York, to tell kids, grandkids in years to come. I fought at Leeds Arena 11th time, Ellen Road, Manchester Arena, Edinburgh Stadium, and they're all dreams. It's very, very special, and in order for me to make them happen, I've got to keep on winning.
A pause and brief look back at past achievements does a fighter's mental well-being no harm. For Josh and Kiko, there's no shortage of great memories.
Bueno, ahí tengo todos los guantes con los que hice campeonatos del mundo, la camiseta de Fernando Torres que me regaló, de Kerman Lejarraga también, de medallas del Consejo Mundial de Boxeo que hice en Estados Unidos cuando peleé con Gary Russell, con Frampton. Aquí están los cinturones que gané con el Momo Romero, con Haseagua, con Jeffy Matebula, Campeonato de Europa, Campeonato del Mundo que gané con Keith Callahan. Y bueno, aquí tenemos los recuerdos que van quedando en mi vida. Aquí yo me corro cuando llueve, cuando hace mucho viento, yo corro aquí, no salgo a correr por la calle por lo peligroso que es. Entonces yo me enfoco en la pelea. Yo vivo enfocado a esa pelea porque esa pelea para mí es todo o nada. Yo le prometí a mi familia que cuando perdiera del boxeo me iba a retirar. Y yo no me quiero retirar todavía. Yo quiero seguir haciendo historia y quiero seguir boxeando. Entonces yo tengo que seguir enfocado en ganarle a Warrington todos los días, esté donde esté. Esto es el gritar, el abrazo que le di al árbitro, el conseguir otra vez el título del mundo. Es durante toda la creencia que yo hice en mi vida, que fue mucha, cuando yo creí que solamente podía marcar la diferencia si me cuidaba todo el COVID, cuando estaba metido en mi casa entrenaba todas las horas, comía bien, yo rezaba todos los días pensando que me llamaba Eddie Hearn para un mundial. Todo fue creyendo en que iba a llegar ese momento. Y aquí me di cuenta de que sí llegaba ese momento, que sí llegó ese momento. Ese momento de levantarme a las 7 de la mañana, de comer bien, de estar bien, de estar enfocadísimo, de no beber nada, de todo milimetrado. Aquí me di cuenta que solo la fe me hizo llegar hasta ahí, porque hubo momentos que la había perdido, pero solamente el creer que sí iba a pasar, pasó y sí que pasó. Pensé que todavía valió la pena, todo el esfuerzo valió la pena, en cada momento valió la pena todo lo que hice.
Si los ve a los dos tirándose con piñaco, o sea, te meas de risa. Y yo estaba en la otra punta meándome de risa y digo...
¿Cómo se llama el compañero de Jim?
Está bueno, mi amor.
Y aquí la Almu.
Está buena. Come y sin llorar, ¿eh?
Almu, ya está.
Y si no, me toca llamaros boca abierta.
¿Ya está? Sí. Mira, tú aquí con...
¿Viste el pelado del Warrington? ¿Qué pensaste?
Pues que me iba a dar lástima pegarle a John Carrey en la película de 200 Que es uno de mis actores favoritos, John Carrey, con todo respeto, pero se parecía mucho a la película de 2 tontos muy tontos.
Que un pelado que lleva ridículo, yo no entiendo, hostia.
Cuando lo vi pensé, digo, menos mal que soy calvo. No fue tan malo. No es tan malo ser calvo.
Tiene sus positivos, ¿no?
Tiene sus positivos.
Gracias, hemos quedado.
Gracias por dejarlo comer aquí, Andrés. Hostia, no pega el gol, ¿eh?
¡Sopa la cocinera!
Lo mejor ha sido sacar la Coca-Cola.
No puedes decir que ha sido la ensalada.
Eso ya no decir lo que he hecho.
The first direct arena, a familiar hunting ground for Josh Warrington. The Leeds Warrior will march out for the 11th time at the Yorkshire Coliseum, the venue that hosted his first dance with Kiko Martinez in 2017.
There's nothing like it. Obviously, I've boxed at Ellen Road, I've boxed at Edinley, and them two were special occasions, but there's just something about fighting here. It's like a coliseum. it's a crazy auditorium, and when this is full and everyone's on it, it's an absolute bear pit. I visualised myself fighting here. You know, I thought about the bars around, you know, the arena. I thought about people walking up to, are you off to that Warrington fight tonight? And bloody hell, before I knew it, I boxed Renton Monroe 2014. I stopped him after the 7th round, gone back to change rooms, and next minute Barry Hearn comes in doing a little jig. Joshy boy, we're going to the arena in 5 weeks' time and you're fighting for the British title. I feel with this fight coming round, especially with the world title back on, and everyone knows how it can put us back on top, not only will people be turning out and backing it out, the voices up and passion will be heard as well.
It's the cold winter Leeds air or the mountainous sunny breeze of the Alicante Mountains. These two athletes demand nothing less from themselves than their absolute best.
I want to know when they announce me to the ring and I'm walking there that
fucking on it, boys! Come on!
And I've left the change rooms that everything I can do has been done, and this is the very best version of myself.
Yo ya no tengo margen de error. Quiero decir que tengo que salir y acabar como con Callahan.
Succeeding is a pressure they placed upon their own shoulders. The early morning runs, the rough spars, the strength and conditioning, all the preparation. It all comes down 36 minutes under the bright lights.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Kiko Martinez va a volver a ganar a Josh Warrington.
Kiko, la sensación Martinez!
And the new, and the new.
The one who gets it right on that night will be the one who sits on the featherweight throne.
Push, push!
As I succeed, they succeed as well. Fucking we backed him all the way. Told you so.
Now a two-weight world champion will be remembered forever in Spain.
It's just one of the things, is looking after that belt for me and take it back home, March 26.
Voy a demostrar que voy a ser campeón unificado y que aún queda Kiko para rato. Que no se pierdan esta pelea porque van a saltar chispas desde el primer asalto.